In this video, we are going to talk about various orthogonal bases in a Hilbert space. Please watch it patiently because this is an important concept that will be required throughout quantum computation. So what does the word orthogonal mean? The fundamental meaning of this word is basically perpendicular or anything at 90 degree. This is the only catch in this concept. If we see two vectors, vector A and vector B with the angle theta, then the dot product is A dot B, which is AB cos theta. We know it from our classical mathematics. If the angle is 90 degree or pi by 4, then we can easily see that cos theta will be equal to 0 and A dot B will be 0. This is a basic concept of Cartesian geometry to check whether two vectors are orthogonal or not. Same thing we are going to do in our quantum computing. So the conclusion of this is that if two vectors are orthogonal, then the inner product of those vectors will be 0. This is a very key concept of quantum computing and we will be needing it throughout. If we see that there are two vectors which have an angle theta and the angle between them is 0, then the dot product would be 1. That is also a concept that will be used, and these kind of vectors that have a dot product 1, most probably these vectors are equal to each other. That is called a normalized state. So it is also called a orthogonal normalized state or orthonormal basis. If we try to see it with a demonstration, we know that ket 0 is actually a column matrix 1 0, which is a 0 state in quantum computing, and ket 1 is 0 1. If we do a inner product or a dot product, then we see that 1 multiplied by 0 and 0 multiplied by 1, it actually gives a 0, which proves that it is a orthogonal state. And same is with 1 and 0. If we do with 0 and another 0, then we can see that we get a 1 as a result, and if we do the same with ket 1 and bra 1, then we also get 1, which proves that these two vectors are normalized and orthogonal as well. If we see that these are the classical bases that we know, ket 0 and ket 1 in the Hilbert space or the Bloch sphere that we know. It is represented by this generic form alpha ket 0 and beta ket 1. But as I was saying, there are two more bases. We are going to discover those two bases now. So this is the general form, and the first base we already know it is a pure 0 state or a pure 1 state. Now we have a second state, that is superposition, which is the key idea of quantum computing. In this, both the states have a equal probability of under root 1 by 2, and it is called a superposition state. It is represented by a ket plus, which is actually under root 1 by under root 2 into ket 0 plus ket 1, and a ket minus state is represented by this, where only a plus becomes minus, which is actually a phase difference, which we will be talking about later. This is the second base in our Bloch sphere or a Hilbert space. If we talk about the third base, which is a complex state on a complex axis, so it is a plus I state, which is represented as 1 by under root 2 into ket 0 plus an I, which is a complex state, and ket 1. Same is with the negative I also, only the plus becomes minus. It is also a phase difference only. This is the third base. As you can see, this is a Bloch sphere under which all the states can be represented. These are three axes, which has a pure ket 0 and ket 1 state. It has a plus state and a minus state on z axis, and on y axis it has a minus I and plus I state. We can see and verify the inner products and the outer products also. The inner products will be 0 with the orthogonal basis, and you can see it is similar with plus and minus also, and plus I and minus I also. If we take the outer product, it will give 1. You can verify it by multiplying the matrices of these corresponding states. So this was all about the orthogonal bases, and these are all three bases in a Hilbert space, or it would be more correct to say a Bloch sphere. I'll be talking more about Bloch sphere in upcoming videos, so stay tuned and keep watching the playlist. Thank you.